Hi George, Josh, how are you doing? This is Christian down here in Santiago, Chile, finally doing my entry to your contest. First of all, congratulations on getting to more than right now more than 200 subscribers. That's a really cool thing. We all know Josh. He's a very talented guy from the UK. He's a very talented guitar player. He recently put out his first instrumental metal EP. It's really good. I will leave a link below to check out Josh channel and check out all the cool stuff he's constantly uploading. The thing about this content is really cool because he's asking us to talk about things we like to do outside the music world. Not exactly about collecting music, what we like to do outside that thing. I'm not a really a guy who likes to collect or have some other kind of those things. I like to do other kind of stuff besides, of course, listening to music and collect music. One of the things I like to do very much, but unfortunately I have not been in that position right now to do so. Is to travel. Yes, I like to travel a lot, and at least I used to do it once a year, around 3 or 4 weeks, give or take. This is a cool map I have of all the places I have the chance to visit it in the last more than 10, 12, 15 years. And this is a really cool pin map. I don't know if you can see it. I have the chance to visit a couple of times Europe, I think 6 or 7 times. I also had the chance to visit three countries in Africa: Egypt, South Africa, and Morocco. Also had the chance to visit. I don't know, you can see right here, of course, China, and a couple of places there in China: Beijing, Shanghai, and Hong Kong. Also had a brief stint during that visit in the capital of South Korea, Seoul, and also a couple of places in Japan. Really cool stay there in Kyoto and Tokyo. Really a fun place. I wish that back in the day when I did that, I had the chance to get to some cool record store, but I unfortunately did not have enough money to buy some Japanese vinyls. Back in the day, I wasn't collecting, getting back into collecting vinyls, so I only grabbed a couple of CDs, but they are still cool. And as you can see, many places in Europe, from the now infamous Russia, Saint Petersburg, of course, Scandinavia, all places. The UK a couple of years ago. During those visits to Europe, I had one of the things I wanted to visit are the football stadiums where they had winning UEFA Champions League trophies. So I had the chance to visit Manchester, of course, Barcelona, and Madrid, the Allianz Arena in Munich. Also in Milan, the stadium, the San Siro, or Giuseppe Meazza, if whatever you like to name it. So as you can see, I visited a couple of those. Also in Portugal, I was visited Lisbon and Porto. There at the Estadio do Dragão and da Luz, of the two Portuguese teams that have won the UEFA Champions League. So that's really one of the cool things that have been visited. Of course, also really glad I visited Egypt, also the Holy Land. Really cool places have the chance to visit, and a couple of places also here in the States. 2 times, yes, 2 times or 1 time, I can remember it, to New York, one time in San Francisco and Los Angeles, and here in Central America, and Mexico, and Cuba. So as you can see, I had the chance to travel a lot, and I miss it a lot. So who knows, maybe in the future when things are a little bit more normal and money is not an issue, I will have the chance to visit those places again, or another cool places like Australia and that places over there that I still need to go. Another thing I like to do back in the day was collecting. I don't know why I decided to start collecting this thing because I don't even smoke. It's collecting matchboxes, boxes of matches. Here is one I have. This is from a trip I did to Cuba. This is a really cool box of matches. And, you can twist and they come over here. I don't know if you can see it. Yes, there they are. If I can pull one out, just one match. I have all of them in my house, in the house that my parents have in the countryside. I would try to add some photos here of all the matches I have because recently I was there and I took some pictures. So maybe I will try to add them here so you can see how many they have. I still have. I don't know what I'm going to do with all of them because I have a lot of boxes of matches. Okay, sorry about that. I have some issue over there. Another thing I like to do a lot is to read. I like to read a lot. Any kind of good book is a good addition to not to the collection, but it's a good addition. Reading it's not something that wastes your mind. It's a good thing. One thing I like to read a lot are things about the Second World War. This is one book I have here. It's of course in Spanish. This one was from many years ago. As you can see, it's really fade out, and it's a really cool book, really well put together with some interesting information. Of course, here you have it. Here I have another one. This is from French Paris Match. Paris Match and Planeta. This is a Spanish printing company. Really thick one. This is volume 1. Here I have volume 2. I will also try to leave a link, a photo of some other cool World War II books, and that's almost like an encyclopedia. I have with really cool things about that awful period in time. Also, another book I like to read a lot is from this Spanish author. His name is J.J. Benitez. He's a Spanish author. He's really good at writing these science fiction novels or things like that. This is one of his biggest and best-selling books. It's Caballo de Troya, or Troy Horse. It's about, of course, it's a novel that it's about the thing he kind of bumped into a retired major of the U.S. Air Force that he was part of a secret plan, a secret project that was commanded by the Air Force of the States. That was to travel in time back to the last days of Jesus Christ. So this is part 1. Of course, things went not the way they were supposed to. The way they were supposed to end. So they had to did the travel many times. So they end up doing like 9 chapters of that diary. So this is book number 9. A really thick book. It's really good. And he also did after like a spin-off of that book. What happened after the mission was ended in not the best way they were trying to do. So this is another book he wrote about that project. This is El Día del Relámpago, or the Lightning Day. So that's another kind of book I like to read. Also, I like to read a lot back in the day, and I still have. And this is thanks to my mom. She's still a big fan of old Agatha Christie's murder novels. So I have she has some of those, and then we started buying a lot of those very cool mystery crime novels, and it was really fun reading them back in the day. You will never find out or never guess who the the actual murderer was until you end up reading the whole book, and then you find out who the murderer was. So it was a really fun things to do. I will also try to leave a photo of those books I have, not here, but in my other parents' house. So those are the things I like to do outside of the music world. Of course, I also like to watch a lot of sports, football, as in England is well known, or outside the states. Football is my major the sport I like. I like to follow a football team here in Chile. The name of the name of the team is Unión Española. Is related to the Spanish descendants that came here in Chile. So it's not a big club, but it's not one of the big three, but it's my team. So we have some good times a couple of years ago, but right now we're doing okay. What else? I also like to watch movies from time to time, but basically that's my major things I like to do outside of the music world. Hope you like it, Josh. I think those are cool things I like to revisit from time to time, like reading, and of course, if I can, maybe in the future start traveling again. So, without further ado, that's my entry, Josh. Hope you like it. This is Christian down here in Santiago, Chile, saying goodbye. Till next time. Bye bye.